Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sunny, also known as the Cinematographer, and I'm also known as Sandeep Gajar, which is my real name. So if you happen to have stumbled upon this video just like that, I'll give you a very quick intro. So I think I'm one of the luckiest people on the planet because my life is like a dream. It has been like a dream. Going around the world on motorcycles, like more than 60 countries, getting the best gadgets to shoot with, to edit with, to use on my trips, and in general, being able to create a platform which has changed a lot of people's lives. So very quickly how I did that, because if you are here new, you might not know that. So in 2001, when I got my first motorcycle, I decided to make a web page on my bike, and the URL which I chose was supposed to be chosen by the company. I mean, I didn't know any of this, trust me. I just chose that URL. I put up a single page on my first motorcycle. People used to see me because apparently that was the hottest bike to be launched in India, the most powerful one. I'm talking about the Bajaj Pulsar 180 in 2001. And then I knew that I was getting a lot of hits, so I decided to add features like commenting and forums, and where people started to register and comment. And very quickly, like in a couple of months or so, I got thousands of comments, people talking about the bike, their bikes, different bikes. All in all, I unintentionally created India's first automotive social media network. And then I knew I had to change the name to something more generic. And that's where XBHP came into being, which means X amount of brake horsepower. And since then, it has been a roller coaster, and an amazing one at that. That has changed my life. That has given a lot of people a platform. They have made lifelong friends, and this was all before Facebook and any of those social media networks that we know of today. So that makes it even more stunning, astounding. So along the way, I was just doing what I love to do. I mean, I love to travel on motorcycles, I love to ride them, I love to shoot them. And now, when people look at me, if some of you already know me, you see my motorcycles, you see the Ninja S2, the Rocket 3, the Hayabusa, this, that, in my garage. You see the 60 countries that I've done, you see all those gadgets, you see this room, by the way, this room which I called Mancave, which is part of the XBHP office. But what you don't see is, like in the case of everyone else, like how one achieves it. And in my case, because this was before social media and everything, all I can say is that the main driver was never to get likes or comments or create content so I could upload to YouTube, nothing like that. There's nothing wrong with that. But all I want to say very quickly, without too much philosophy, is that if you want to leave your job or your studies because you think that you might become a YouTuber and you might get all these things, don't. You need to have your own identity. You need to have a skill set which is not dependent on just creating vlogs on YouTube or social media content or reels. Educate yourself, have a degree. There should be a fallback plan. Now, that part is over. Why we are conversing here right now is primarily because of the Moto Cave, or this room where I work. And a lot of people think that I'm a collector. No, I'm not a collector. All these things which you see, let me give you a quick tour. These things, are collected from my rides in different countries from around the world. And I gift myself a few things at the end of every ride, every road trip. So all this collection has a meaning. I mean, I'm a collector of things which mark the end of my journey in every place that I go. I'm not a serial collector. I wanted to collect also to make this place the way you see it. It's a small place, it's one room. I mean, part of the whole office, but it's one room like this. For example, this one has a reason. So I have got around 2,500 Hot Wheel cars. I did a project with Hot Wheels India in which I put 1340 cars on my Hayabusa. So that was a project. And the cars which you see here, they have actually been collected. I've either driven them or I have been in the vicinity or I've sat in them like in a museum. Of course, the motorcycles I collect are maximum number here. Then I have a few helmets and figurines and stuff like that. A lot of nifty small little gadgets like the original Nintendo Game Boy and stuff like that. And I even got this wall made. Like I never got to populate it like with all my journeys around the world. And then there are a few books, Tintin, Asterix, stuff like that. And of course, as you can see here, this is a curved monitor, and I also like gadgets. Who doesn't? So this is a very small tour of my place. A lot of people also admire this place, the Motor Cave. They have come here to cover me. They cover the Motor Cave and talk about my collection. Of course, it's a sort of a collection, but the reason has always been to remind me of the things that I've done, of my rides, because each one of these things I know almost, like from where I got what, So talking about the reason for this video is that I have never actually delved into any other business, other than motorcycling, or earlier until 2010 I was also doing graphic designing and web page designing and programming, stuff like that, flash game programming, and I used to earn money like that also. But since 2010, when I actually got serious about XPHP, I formed a company, and talking about that, there were 3 times in my life where I almost got to close XPHP down. I was about to give up on XPHP. Once was in 2005, and I didn't have enough money to get a new server because of the traffic. It was increasing and I wasn't earning that much out of my graphic designing. And in 2008, when the whole website got hacked or crashed or whatever, and in 2015, when I had a partner in business for around 3.5 years, he almost destroyed me and XPHP, and I had to give him all my life savings in 2015. But I see all these things as learnings. Most of the people don't know about these things, and I don't want to, I'm not telling you to gain sympathy. If I had to, I would have actually made this public news in 2015. Hardly any of you know about this. I'm telling you right now because I am finally, going to do something extra, something new, which amalgamates motorcycling, my love for creating interiors like this, the collection and the gadgets, just to keep my brain functioning, just to keep to teach myself something new. I mean, even after 18 years right now, I'm not bored of what I do, like motorcycling, traveling, photography. But I believe that you should always try something new, but not so new that, it just becomes a habit, like you leave something until, you don't even give a chance for it to germinate. So let me actually shift here to quickly finish this off. I'm going to start something which is, I'm going to amalgamate all these things, and hopefully it will be interesting. It is something new for me, and as far as I know, it has not been done in this form in India before. So like always, the aim of doing this would be to, because I want to do it and from my heart. That is number one. That should be the biggest reason. And the other thing is that it might inspire other people to also do something like this, And I believe that the biggest things don't come with money, they come with ideas, So somebody who might look at me doing that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you that in the next video. He or she might do it in a better way, bigger way. Like XBHP was the pioneer in motorcycling clubs, websites, forums. And of course, in 2010, we also, came with a print magazine, which I'm happy to report we are still printing since 11 years. And it's still, I feel, the best quality. I mean, there's no harm in blowing your own trumpet sometimes, So I just wanted to share this small update, so keep a lookout for what I'm going to do. I'm excited about it. It's just, it makes me feel young. It makes me feel that my life has a purpose. And of course, XBHP will be there, my riding will be there. And this whole idea actually came because a lot of people were appreciating this place, although it's just a room, and how I made it up. And this actually gave me an idea. Yeah, I think I can do something much more than this. So all I want to say is, before I end this, especially if you're young, please don't give up your studies or your job for YouTube or anything like that. You should try doing it side by side. I know it's difficult. The other thing is, how do you spend your energy? Don't spend your energy in bringing other people down or worrying about how they got there. Negative comments, hate, jealousy, they are only going to destroy you. Focus on yourself. I think a whole world will be a better place that way. Take care, ride safe, happy shooting, happy collecting, whatever, but do it with your heart.